Hi, dear friends. As many of you know, I am an anxiety coach and a hypnosis practitioner. And for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to talk about anxiety, about what happens when there is anxiety and how we can manage it. So let's start with trying to really understand today what really happens when we get anxious. Now, we all face different kinds of anxiety in different situations, isn't it? So we might find that you're getting anxious about the tests that you're going to take, or a presentation that you need to make, or you might get anxious about your child who is far, far away. And sometimes we start getting anxious, and it keeps going on till it cascades into something really turbulent, and you might even feel a sense of panicky situation. Now, how do we really know that there is anxiety? And anxiety presents itself in our body in different ways. The body is so intelligent. Our human body really, gives flashing signals when the moment you feel anxious. You might find your heart is beating. You might find your pulse is throbbing. You're sweating. You might even find a sense of, urgency, wanting to go to the bathroom. Your stomach is upset. Some people feel dizzy when they get anxious. And there are so many other signs that the body gives us, and it varies from person to person, from situation to situation. Again, you might say, oh, I have been feeling very good in the morning, but after a while, I don't even know what happened. I'm suddenly feeling low. I'm starting to feel anxious. Nothing really happened that made me anxious. No situation happened. I would say that anxiety is caused by both conscious and subconscious triggers. And sometimes we are not even aware that we are becoming anxious. We are not even aware what is causing that anxiety, because it's coming from the subconscious mind. And there are, like for example, I might be making a public presentation. I'm preparing for the presentation, and the presentation is a couple of days away. But as I'm preparing, right in the middle of my preparation, I'm suddenly starting to feel anxious. And that's just because the subconscious mind is sending out thoughts like, oh my God, last time you made a presentation, you didn't do so well. I hope you will be able to do well. What if the other person, kind of says something, or your boss says something? And those kind of thoughts, which comes very quickly and very subconsciously, can really undermine us and create that anxiety. Or it could be an example of, you're going for a new job, or a job interview, or an upcoming driving test. I know so many people who get so anxious when they are going for their tests, any kind of tests, and especially driving tests. So another thing that it's important to remember is that we can get anxious not just with a situation, but also just ruminating about something from the past. I'm just sitting and doing my work regularly, and suddenly I remember how when I visited my family last year during Thanksgiving, and somebody made a comment, and that was so, I felt so bad about it. And that itself can get me rolling on a feeling of anxiety, because Thanksgiving is coming again and I have to go and visit them again. And how will I manage the situation? So thoughts can trigger a lot of anxiety. Situations can create a lot of anxiety. Anything that we need to do can create a lot of anxiety. And sometimes when we keep ruminating about it again and again, that those thoughts can lead us into a panic attack kind of situation. Now, most of the time, most people end up, kind of labeling their anxiety under a broad category of, oh, I'm getting stressed. I'm stressed about exams. I'm stressed about driving tests. I'm stressed about visiting family. But once we understand that this stress, underlying the stress, is a lot of anxiety, we will have better ways of taking back control. We will be able to apply techniques and take back control and move out from the situation of anxiety. Again, anxiety is like a spectrum, right? You can be a little anxious, you can start getting, and most of us feel different levels of anxiety in our lifetimes. In fact, all of us feel anxious in different time, but it becomes really a situation that we need to take action when that anxiety goes into the spectrum, into a little bit higher and intensities. And when it becomes into a real high intensity, it can go into a panic attack kind of situation. So just being aware of all of this. Awareness is the key to starting the process of any kind of healing. So just being aware of it, being able to identify that this is what I'm feeling anxious, that helps you understand your anxiety and helps you deal with the situation far, far better. Now you may ask me, Lata, this is great, but how can I manage my anxiety? So I'm going to share with you what I do with my clients. I use the 3-tier approach, which is called EUC, or Education, Understanding, and Control. This EUC approach is also, another name for it is being 3 stages of it is hope stage, acceptance stage, and empowerment stage. So with education, what I hope to give my clients is hope. Hope is very, very important, because unless you have hope that I can get rid of my anxiety, you feel that anxiety is controlling you. You feel that you cannot do anything about it at all. We become dispirited. We might become, have a feeling that I'm totally out of control and anxiety is completely controlling me. The second stage is the acceptance stage. And that's what happens. That's what when I work with people, I help them understand their anxiety, understand themselves, understand their personality, understand their situation, understand their mind. And with understanding comes a sense of acceptance, that you find, okay, there is anxiety. I accept that there is anxiety. I'm not brushing it under the carpet and denying it totally, or living in a sense of, oh, there's nothing happening. There's nothing wrong with me. You don't want to do that. Once you accept it, you take back control again. And that helps me move to the third stage, which is C, for control. And in control stage, basically, I teach people, I empower people. And that's why I call it the empowerment stage. I empower people by teaching them techniques, by teaching them reframing methods, which I learned from NLP, so that they can reframe what's happening within them, which they can reframe their thought patterns, they can reframe their situations to be able to handle anxiety much better. So in order to do all of this, I use my trainings from hypnosis, I use my trainings from NLP, as well as my training and understanding of mindfulness. All of that, I offer to my clients. And these are things that you can also practice, you can also learn. As I share my videos, please keep watching my videos. I'm going to share little by little different ways that you can manage your anxiety. And the whole goal is that you take ownership of your anxiety. You don't feel that anxiety is the master, whereas you come back to the situation that I am the master of my anxiety. And then finally, you learn how to manage it through different techniques, and you're able to come out of that anxiety mode, which is just that. The brain is in anxiety mode. So just knowing that you can always do something to come out of the anxiety situation, to come out of the anxiety way of thinking, and bring yourself to a more sense of greater calm and relaxation. That is the goal that I have for all of you. I hope you found this useful. This is what I wanted to share. Please continue to watch my videos, because in the next couple of weeks, I will be sharing different ways, different topics about anxiety, different ways that you can manage anxiety, and you can bring yourself to a state of greater calm and relaxation. So that's all for today. Have a wonderful day, wonderful, happy, calm, restful, and relaxing day. Thank you. Bye-bye.